And as for the rest of you, I will investigate each one of you thoroughly. Thorian Reese's gaze swept past Anton Reese and landed on the gathered advisors. He sneered. You had better ensure that your records are spotless, that I find no trace of corruption or crime. Because if I do, I will enforce the law to its fullest extent. No mercy. At these words, panic immediately spread among the officials. They exchanged anxious glances, their hands trembling, their hearts pounding. From the moment they sensed Thorian Reese's fury, they had wisely remained silent, letting Anton Reese be the one to rage. But now, it seemed that their inaction had not saved them from scrutiny. By the time one reached their ranks in office, few were without blemish. Often the prince had turned a blind eye to certain matters, unwilling to make waves. But now, Thorian Reese was clearly playing by different rules. If he truly intended to investigate them all, most of them would see their reputations, and their lives, utterly ruined. Elder Anton! What should we do? The young prince seems serious. Yes, Elder Anton. If he really starts digging, we will all be in danger. Elder Anton, we followed you here. You cannot leave us to suffer for it. A chorus of frantic voices erupted as the officials crowded around Anton Reese, their faces filled with desperation. They had come in response to his call, hoping to aid Lewis, the city guard commander, in escaping his sentence. If they succeeded, they would gain favor and recognition. But if they failed, they had no intention of sacrificing themselves in the process. Now, it was clear that things had spiraled far beyond their expectations. If they didn't handle this properly, none of them would escape unscathed. You are grown men! Stop panicking like children! The incessant noise grated on Anton Reese's nerves, fueling his irritation. His mood was already foul, and now, to be bombarded by blame and complaints, his anger flared. Elder Anton, you hold high rank and great influence, but we do not. One misstep for us, and we lose everything. And did you not hear? The young prince doesn't plan to stop with you. He intends to deal with all of us. Several of the advisors who had previously echoed Anton Reese's words now turned against him, full of resentment. If he hadn't been so stubborn, so determined to challenge Thorian Reese head-on, they wouldn't be in this mess. To put it bluntly, they were now collateral damage in his personal battle. As advisors, how can you be so cowardly? Anton Reese stood rigid, his voice brimming with self-righteousness. Our duty is to stand against injustice, to resist tyranny. If you are so easily shaken by mere threats, then perhaps you should return home and take up farming. The officials' faces darkened at his words. Justice? Tyranny? Those were merely lofty excuses. Everyone knew that Anton Reese had his own hidden interests tied to Lewis, the city guard commander. If Lewis fell, Anton Reese would suffer heavy losses. That was the true reason he had rallied them here, to pressure Thorian Reese into submission. At first, they had seen no harm in helping, thinking it a chance to curry favor while taking little personal risk. But Anton Reese had taken things too far, stubbornly refusing to yield, dragging them all down with him. Now, they were all under scrutiny, facing potential ruin. In many ways, Anton Reese had led them straight to disaster. Worse yet, he showed no signs of trying to rectify the situation. If this continued, they would all be doomed. Realizing this, the advisors began searching for a way out. They could no longer count on Anton Reese. Now, they needed to find their own way to appease Thorian Reese before it was too late. Time passed slowly. In the reception hall, Thorian Reese remained relaxed, sipping tea and sampling pastries, as though he had not a care in the world. The officials, however, were trapped, growing more anxious with each moment. As for Anton Reese, though he maintained a facade of calm, his mind was in turmoil. If Thorian Reese's investigation uncovered anything, how could he defend himself? Your Lordship! General William has returned! As the sun began to set, a guard entered the hall to report. At these words, tension spiked among the officials. Even Anton Reese felt his breath hitch. General William's findings would determine their fate. Send him in, Thorian Reese said casually, setting down a grape as if the matter was of little consequence. He had complete confidence in his enforcers. They might not uncover every detail, but they would certainly find enough. Enough to act. 2 minutes later, General Williams strode into the hall, followed by several members of the enforcement squad. "Well?" Thorian Reese asked calmly. "What did you find, Your Lordship? We have gathered all the necessary evidence. It is more than enough to bring certain parties to justice." General William turned to Anton Reese with a smirk. Anton Reese felt his heart sink. A deep, suffocating dread settled over him. Disaster was upon him.
Just can't accept it. This can't be the end yet. You promised to never leave, and now you're gone. Can't believe I can feel the world slipping away as you slowly fade from my everyday. You promised forever, a love without end, but now I'm left broken, struggling to mend. I thought we were so tied, destined for a lifetime, love with no end, love with no end. Staying in my imagination, memorizing the past time, the secrets, the love, the care. Now they're echoes in the air. I still see your face in every place, feel your warmth, your gentle grace. But now there's just an empty space, and I'm lost in this endless chase. Keeping you in my heart, a piece of you I'll never